Welcome to another edition of Eric's Product Reviews. I, of course, am Eric. This is a follow-up review of the MINIX Neo X7 Android-based TV box. I did an initial review after having it for a couple of weeks, but since then I've gotten a couple of additional accessories. I've had time to kind of play around with it and do some more stuff with it. So I just wanted to do an updated review, show you some things that I've figured out how to make work that maybe didn't work before, and just show you the things that, now that I've had it for a while, the things that I think are really cool about it. So let's hop over to my TV, and I'm going to demonstrate some cool things that I can now do with my Neo X7. Alright, so here we are back on my TV. And this is my MINIX Neo X7 Android TV box operating here. I just have one screen now. I've kind of got everything set up so that it's kind of in groups and combined, and really you don't need more than one screen. I don't feel on when you're using it in this way, the way you use it for a TV. But anyway, I've got my widgets, so I can immediately know the weather, the time, the date. I'm using beautiful widgets, so I can click on the date and go straight into my calendar, see what I have on my calendar. If I click the weather, then it opens up WeatherBug Elite, which is another app that I have on here, so that I can check out what the weather is like today and what it's like coming up. I think WeatherBug Elite is one of the best weather apps, and of course, since I live in California, it's all pretty much sunny, clear, and beautiful, and it's going to be really hot next week. So that's that. Now I'm using the remote, and I reviewed this remote, so I'll have a link so that you can watch the full review where I get specific about the remote. But it does have the keyboard on the back, and it has all your major keys on the front, the home key and stuff, so I can use that when I want to go home instead of having to use the bar down here. Some of the other things that are cool, before I talked about Watch ESPN, that it didn't work. Well, it had an update since my last review, and it does now work. So let's open that up so I can show you that. This is my team, Georgia, is playing Alabama right now. I think this is softball. Yes, it is. So you can see it works. This is live through the Watch ESPN app. Now you can see there's a border around it. By default, it doesn't fill the entire screen. If I wanted to change that, then I could go into settings and go into my display settings, and under screen, there's screen scale, so you can scale the screen, and I could make it bigger so that it would fill the entire TV. And if I were going to sit down and watch a game, then I would do that. Right now though, I'm not going to do that, but you can see it does work, it does stream, it's a good picture, it's clear, so that's working now, so that's awesome. If you're a sports fan, that's important. If you're not a sports fan, then you probably wouldn't care. What else do I have? Well, with the MINIX Remote, which I am again using, and this doesn't work great for everything, because there are times when a mouse would be more precise for certain games, and there's other times when you might want to use your phone to be able to pinch in, pinch out, to zoom and gestures and things. But this works for most things fairly well for the average browsing. So, and it has a mic on it, which is cool. So one of the things I did, I put a voice assistant on here, and I also used the app Home To shortcut, which allowed me to map certain keys to a different way, and I made it so that 2 taps of my home key will, instead of taking me home, if I tap it twice, it'll initiate my voice assistant. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to show you some of the cool things you can do just sitting on your sofa with the remote in your hand.
Can I help you, sir?
Open YouTube.
Opened YouTube.
So here you go, just give it the command, open YouTube, and it's going to take me right into YouTube. And if we wanted to, we could go to Hollywood Frodo and watch all the awesome reviews and tasker tutorials that this guy does. So that's that. Let's give it another command.
Can I help you, sir?
Search Yelp Pizza.
That command meant nothing to me, I'm afraid. Please try again.
Search Yelp Pizza.
Searching Yelp for pizza.
Didn't understand me the first time, but gives me another chance. And the voice assistant I'm using for this is Utter, UTTR exclamation point. It's a free app. Pretty cool voice assistant. And you see, it found all the pizza places that are in my area. So that's cool. Let's do something else.
Can I help you, sir?
Update Facebook status.
What do you want to say?
Currently doing a new review of the MINX Android TV box.
Okay, this is what I heard. Currently doing a new review of the MINIX Android TV box. Do you want me to post it?
Yes.
There was an ambient noise error.
Okay, well that didn't work because it didn't hear me say yes. But as you can see, you can update your Facebook status, all kinds of cool things you can do. This isn't really a review of the voice assistant. Just showing you that combining that voice assistant with the Android TV box and the remote, and why the remote is important is because of the mic that it has there on the bottom. One thing I will say, this Android TV box does not seem to play well with Bluetooth headsets or mics. I tried that, tried using a Bluetooth headset to initiate voice assistant and use the mic, but it won't use the mic. It'll just send sound. I also tried like a Bluetooth little speaker that has a mic on it. For whatever reason, they just haven't programmed, unfortunately, haven't programmed this Android, the MINIX, to receive input via mic via Bluetooth. So hopefully that's something they'll change maybe in a future update, because that would, then you could use not just this remote, but you could use like a little speaker, or you could use a headset, things like that. But for now, I tried all kinds of things and couldn't get it to work at all. So anyway, let's just show you a few more quick ones here.
Can I help you, sir?
Search for the movie Big Blue.
That command meant nothing to me, I'm afraid. Please try again.
Search for the movie Big Blue.
Searching for the film Big Blue.
So it can just go right on IMDb, and there's the Big Blue right there. Let's do one more.
Can I help you, sir?
Search for top paid applications.
Sorry, but I'm not sure what you meant by that. Please say it again.
Search for top paid applications.
There you go.
And there you go. Top paid applications on Google Play. Of course, this will also work with your typical Google voice search. So if you wanted, what's the weather like today? And it'll bring that up, or, you know, whatever you want to know. When is Barack Obama's birthday? So, there you go. You can use it for that too. So, anyway, one thing I did want to mention is, in order to get this to work, I had to use the analog audio input and take that out and take that into my surround sound system. because if you're using HDMI or optical, it's a digital connection. And when your system, probably mine is like this, I know I've talked to other people who had this issue too, when it only turns on output for the speakers when it's receiving input. So when this is just sitting here and there's no sound being made, it cuts off the transmission. So when I would initiate the voice assistant, I would just get like the last word or nothing at all, because the stereo, my system's having to turn on output. So I switched it and hooked it up to the analog, and hooking it up to the analog, it's kind of always on, and so that works really well. And I'll show you real quick. Let's see, Sound Devices Manager, and you can see for sound input I have chosen the Air Mouse right now, and that's why it's able to receive input from the mouse. If I were going to do a Skype call or Google Hangouts using the webcam I have attached to my Android TV box, and it has a mic on it, then I'd switch over to the RK29. That's official model number of the MINIX. Then I'd use that mic. For output, I just have the RK29, but if I wanted to switch it over to SPDIF, then I could do that. But it's always outputting sound even when there is no sound. It's still technically, there's just silence being output analog. So, but if you were going to go digital, then you would it's not going to always be putting out sound, and therefore you're depending on your surround sound system. But most of them, because they only turn on the speakers for output when they're detecting sound. So I just want to let you know, if you want to get this thing and you want to set it up this way with the cool voice assistant stuff, you're probably going to want to, besides having HDMI or optical sound, which you'd use, if you're doing a movie or something, you're probably also going to want to do analog sound. And then if I want to switch over to the HDMI or optical sound, then I could just do that through my surround sound system. Anyway, a couple of other cool things is I can text through this, and this is using the app My SMS, because this app, you put it on your phone, and then you can put it on your tablet, your computer, and you can get your text wherever you are. So I could text someone through this and do it that way. Another cool thing is that I can receive text. So if I'm using this and I get a text and my phone's in another room, then I can receive that text. So I'm going to show you how that works real quick.
New text from Eric. Shall I read it?
Yes.
Here's the complete message. Eric, Google, this is pretty darn cool.
So, you see, not only did I get my text, but I set that up in Tasker so that when I get a text and get a notification from my SMS, then Tasker tells me who it's from, asks me if I want it read, and if I say yes, then it reads who it's from and the message. So that's all via Tasker. And that's another thing, you can have Tasker on this, which gives you all kinds of options of cool things that you can do that you wouldn't be able to do with any other TV box, media player kind of thing. So that's a cool thing. Of course, games, I did show you before how you can use, I think I showed Star Wars. There's all kinds of games just look cool. The heads up game, before I showed you using my phone, but with this remote, it has the gyroscope inside of it, so you can just use it instead of using your phone if you're going to play that game. Let's see, let me just go to my apps, and let's pull up another cool but maybe a cool simple game. This is a game you wouldn't use the remote for this, I would use my phone for this, and that's because the remote doesn't have a good long press substitution. So if you use the phone, then you're not really able to do anything. But if you use the if you use the remote, you're not going to be able to do anything. You can't even start this game with just that remote. But with your phone, you know, you can. And then you switch over to that screen for the long press. And you can see it's hard to watch. It's almost impossible to play a game and try to do a video at the same time. So you can see, you can play this game just like you would play it on a phone or tablet, just as well, except you're playing it on your big screen TV, which is kind of cool. So anyway, let's get out of there. And so now I'm just going to use my phone to control this, since I already showed you the cool things you do with the air mouse. And so that's cool. Just a few other things that are cool. Using maps on here is kind of cool. So you could come on here and you could go up here and you can type in an address and get directions. This is an address I had already typed in before. So, or typed in before. So I could go up here and then I can see how long it's going to take. I can get directions. And so I could get that all kind of, you know, find out the information I wanted to find out before I actually left or before I hop on my phone. So obviously you can't actually use GPS navigation, but you can look at the route on your big screen before you go anywhere, which is kind of cool. And if you wanted to simply send, let's say you looked up an address and then you wanted to send that address to somebody, or to yourself, and so you can pinch and zoom. You can see this is my old apartment where I used to live. That's why I pick this address all the time. So anyway, it's all the choices are right there for you. Turn off satellite view, and you can see it right there. And you can even go, I'll show you how to do that. Click on the address and then you can share. So you could send this through, if you wanted to send a text message, you do it through my SMS. If you wanted to just send it, maybe send it to your phone, you have Push Bullet installed, then you can just push it and push it right to your phone. And there you go. Now I'll have it on my phone. Obviously, it would look, if you're typing in a direct address, you could probably just type in the address in your phone. But if you're looking up something, then you're looking up a place on Yelp or something, you can send that straight to your phone as well. So maps are cool. Another thing that is kind of cool, if you have an Android phone, you have Google Plus, all your photos are being backed up automatically. So obviously this is an Android TV box. You're not going to be taking pictures with it, and it's kind of a waste of time to transfer all your pictures. But if you have Google Plus and you have the Google Photos app, then they're on the cloud automatically, and you can just pull them up on your TV straight from your Google Plus, from Photos, which comes with Google Plus. This is Ulani, the Wonder Dog. Cool picture I took using ABC camera, a better camera, which is another app I reviewed. Anyway, so that's another cool thing you can do with this is access all your pictures. This is what I drink for breakfast every morning. And Google really wants me to know about the editing tools. But anyway, so that's just another example of a cool thing that you can do with this. So again, I've only had this about a month, and I've already discovered all these cool things. I'm sure I'll discover more, especially using Tasker and the voice assistant. And but it really is a cool device. Watch my other review and see the stuff I had on there, plus all this stuff that I've learned since then. And definitely there's a lot of stuff you can do with the MINIX Neo 7 Android TV box. That was the Neo X7. It is available from DHgate, which is an awesome place to get cool. They have a lot of cool Android tech stuff. They have all the MINIX machines, as well as other Android TV based machines. So I have a link down in the review. You can click that link and it'll take you directly over to the product, so you can check it out over there, as well as a link to the Neo A2 wireless air mouse that you saw me using, that also was from DHgate, and you can pick that up there as well. Anyway, that's it for this follow-up review. As you can see, after having it for several weeks, I've learned a lot more about it, and well, just more personalized it and hooked it up with the voice assistant, and using that wireless mouse mic, able to do voice commands and just have a lot of fun with it. So a lot of cool stuff you can do, fairly inexpensive to buy over on DHgate. So head over there and pick one up for yourself if you're interested. That's it for this review. Click that like button if you like this review. Share this with anyone you know who might be interested in these products, learning more about them. Check out my channel, subscribe to keep up with new videos, or you can just favorite a specific playlist if there's a certain playlist that you're more interested in than others. Whatever makes you happy. Anyway, that is it until next time, so have a great day.